Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome to The Wedding Wear with officiating by Amanda. The Wedding Wear. I roared. Yep, you heard me right on that one. I roared like a dinosaur. So we've talked a little bit about themed weddings before, and we're going to dive a little bit more into them today, but more so unique personalization and how I don't shy away from it. I work with each couple to kind of get through our sprinkling, scattering, whole hogness, and be open for the opportunities that could really let us lean in. Before kind of diving in with the story, I want to know, what is the most unique theme or aspect you've seen at a wedding? And did you kind of have an inkling it was coming? Was it like on invites? Is it really crystal clear to who the couple is? Or did you just walk in and it's a whole different ballpark? So this wedding that I roared at, I didn't really plan it. It was an ad lib within the vows because I know the couple. I knew them from college, and they're quirky. They're fun. They are definitely quirky people, though. So I wouldn't have put anything like this past them, but I didn't necessarily say, I bet it's going to be this. So even with working with them on the wedding, I knew that there was going to be something that if I left a minute or so open in my brain within scripting, yeah, situationally put it in, let it live. We got the invites to their wedding, no hints of dinosaur, none. That is very important to know, because upon showing up at the wedding, everything was rose gold and pretty significantly dinosaur themed. 3D printed dinosaur skulls were the centerpieces with the table number in them, and everyone's place card was on little tiny pink, like triceratops and brontosauruses, and just, gosh, I'm having flashbacks to playing with my brother growing up and having to remember all the names of these dinosaurs. But yes, beautifully done. I mean, everything was in rose gold. It looked very nice and put together. It was certainly not, we ran out of ideas and we went to Michael's and grabbed a whole bunch of the dino figurines and spray painted. No, like, this was done with care, done with attention, and surprising a little bit to me. But the second I saw it, I was reminded of oh gosh, back on MySpace and Facebook, they used to have these bumper stickers, not real for your car or anything, but just little memes, quotes, puns, things like that, you could put them on your friend's wall or you tag somebody in it. And I remembered seeing one that said, "Roar means I love you in dinosaur." And then other people comment like, "No, it means I want to eat you." But as soon as I saw the dinos, I'm like, aha, I figured out what my tie-in was going to be, how I was going to subtly mix this in. Was never asked of me to, but yeah, why not? So we are within the script, and I have a really great reading that I do that I pretty much copy, paste, edit, dismantle, rearrange every single wedding, and take about 3 to 5 lines from it and work to make it really personal to the couple. I'll probably have to cover it in an episode, but it's a lot of the things that make up a marriage, striving to be a better partner. It's acknowledging that life together, lots of sentences, marriages, love is, marriages. So that was where I'm like, great, this is going to be where I put it in. And I got to commit to it. I can't just say roar. Like, I, I got to give it a little oomph. We got to play in here. So I ended up saying the line 75% through the ceremony. You acknowledge that roar means I love you in dinosaur. And the couple was pleasantly shocked. They laughed. It was great. I do a lot of what I do for a good laughter. The guests who knew the couple nodded their head, chuckled a little, like, yep, we get it. We are now surrounded by these dinosaur touches and pieces. And it would seem very unfitting that there's not a piece of dinosaur also in the wedding. So I put it in. And I like when I can find personalization moments on the spot and weave them in instead of kind of pre-planning them. I think that they come out a little more organically. I just did a wedding where the rehearsal dinner the night before I had been graciously invited to, and the couple shared that they had the song The Rattling Bog stuck in their head. And so I needed a little bit more to fill in the ring exchange. And I changed the lyrics to The Rattling Bog. And it was absolutely hysterical. When I work to get the couple on, I'll share it then. I don't want to pre-share too much. But just being able to be open, be adjustable, insert little things without making it the whole theme, without making it, it's a give or take kind of thing. And if it landed, awesome. Don't revisit that well. You got what you wanted out of it. It's done. And if it didn't land, okay, oh well. Who's going to remember 15 seconds of the wedding? Though I am sure if the roar had not landed, people would have remembered that about my officiating. But I was the minister who roared. I work with other officiants, either newer ones or ones that are in my network or just helping to service other couples around. And yes, and within reason, especially within the ceremony, in my world, as long as it doesn't add time, significant lengths of time to add it in, yes, let's do it. You want to say something funny when you hand me the rings? Yes, and you are hoping for, you know, sneak in an extra little surprise, something that your bride doesn't know about, but it's going to take 30 seconds. Okay, let me know where you're planning it. Let me know how I can help you, assist you. Yes, and. And in my work with couples, definitely a balance between humor and sincerity. We have to remember that a wedding is uniting two individuals in marriage, and marriage is a big commitment. There's a sanctity to it. Again, not every couple, though, is the most serious of the serious. And I don't want them put into something that they don't feel like fits for them. So finding that balance to honor the ceremony, but also reflect the couple. And if they are jokesters, let them joke. And, if they don't want to say anything on their end, they want to be participants, I'll say it on my end. I will gladly inject in uniqueness that is them and things that make sense for them. And that's what I love to do. Nothing makes me happier than being told you did a great job and that ceremony was them. It fit them, it made sense. That's the biggest compliment I could have. Instead of just, oh, that was really good, or I really bonded with this. Well, that's great, but I didn't do it to really impact you as the listener or the audience member. I did it for the couple so that you could get glimpses of who they are, why they're doing this, why they love each other. So you walking away knowing a little bit more about yourself, really great plot twist. But I would rather you say that you walked away feeling you knew the couple better, feeling that you got a sense of what this was and just almost foreshadowing to how the rest of the night's going to go and how the rest of the marriage is going to go. So we have a few more bonuses I have to start preparing for. Please let me know in the comments and emails and chats and Facebook and skywriting, anything at all, what you might want to hear. I I can go over the stories behind clauses to the contract, or I could do a POV video and pretend like you were a couple on a consult call with me and what questions I ask and how I typically work them through. Let me know what you are thinking of. And until next time, this has been Amanda. Thank you for listening to The Wedding Wear with Officiating by Amanda. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and found some inspiration or insight for your own special day. This podcast is hosted on Buzzsprout and can be found on all major platforms. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, and share to help us reach even more listeners who might laugh a little at The Wedding Wear. For the links referenced in the show, visit Linktree at Officiating by Amanda. You can also follow the business on Facebook, Wedding Wire, and The Knot to stay up to date on everything going on. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on the podcast, just send an email to theweddingwearpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're ready to inquire about officiating services for your own big day, you can reach me at officiatingbyamanda@gmail.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, this has been Amanda.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.